Let me ask you a serious question. How many times have you heard this? SCHD is dead. SCHD is underperforming. SCHD is only for old people. Why would anyone buy SCHD when you can just buy VOO? If you've spent even 5 minutes on YouTube, Reddit, or Twitter Finance, you've heard these takes repeated over and over again. And here's the thing. Most people saying this are completely misunderstanding what SCHD is actually designed to do. In this video, we're going to dismantle the biggest misconceptions about SCHD, slowly, calmly, and with real logic. Not hype. Not fear. Not clickbait. By the end of this video, you'll understand why SCHD is judged unfairly, why short-term performance comparisons miss the point, who SCHD is actually for, and whether SCHD still deserves a place in a 2026 and beyond portfolio. So if you own SCHD, are thinking about buying SCHD, or sold SCHD because the internet told you to, you need to watch this entire video. Hello viewers, if you are enjoying this content, and you do not want to miss future videos filled with even more tips, tricks, and inspiration, hit that subscribe button now to stay tuned with us, and remember to comment and share. Let's start with the biggest mistake people make. SCHD misunderstanding. The biggest mistake people make with SCHD is this: they treat it like a growth ETF. SCHD is not VOO. SCHD is not QQQ. SCHD is not SCHG. Yet people constantly compare it to those funds as if they're competing in the same race. They're not. SCHD is a dividend growth ETF, not a price return ETF. Its goal is not to beat the S&P 500 every year, explode upward during bull markets, win short-term performance contests. Its goal is very simple: reliable income plus sustainable dividend growth plus lower volatility. When you judge SCHD on the wrong criteria, you'll always conclude it's failing. That's like buying a pickup truck and complaining it doesn't drive like a Ferrari. SCHD is underperforming, the context problem. One of the most common arguments against SCHD is this: it's underperformed VOO for years. And technically, yes, on price return alone, that's true in recent years. But this argument ignores 3 critical facts. 1. Dividends change the math most charts people use. Ignore reinvested dividends, ignore cash flow, ignore compounding income. SCHD's returns are heavily front-loaded into cash distributions, not price appreciation. If you're reinvesting dividends, the performance gap shrinks dramatically over long time periods. 2. Interest rate cycles matter. From 2022 to 2024, rising interest rates crushed dividend stocks, value stocks, defensive sectors. That wasn't an SCHD problem. That was a macro environment problem. 3. SCHD is designed to lag in bull runs. When growth stocks melt up, SCHD is supposed to lag. That's not a flaw. That's the trade-off. The same people criticizing SCHD today will be shocked at how it behaves when markets turn ugly. The Old People ETF Myth. Another lazy take: SCHD is only for retirees. This is one of the most damaging misconceptions out there. Because SCHD isn't just about income today, it's about income tomorrow. Dividend growth matters more when you're younger. You have decades to compound. You reinvest aggressively. A 30-year-old reinvesting SCHD dividends for 25 to 30 years may end up with a massive income stream, lower stress during market crashes, flexibility long before retirement. Young investors don't fail with SCHD because of math. They fail because of impatience. Why SCHD feels boring? Let's be honest. SCHD is boring. No hype. No moonshots. No insane green candles. And that's exactly why people underestimate it. Boring investments don't trend on social media, don't trigger dopamine hits, don't make you feel smart in bull markets, but boring investments are often the ones that Let you sleep at night, keep you invested during crashes, prevent emotional mistakes. Most investors don't fail because of bad ETFs. They fail because they can't stick with good ones. SCHD's rule-based advantage. One thing almost nobody talks about, SCHD is brutally selective. It doesn't just chase yield. It screens for dividend consistency, strong cash flows, balance sheet quality, return on equity. This is why SCHD avoids many dividend traps. Companies don't stay in SCHD forever. They have to earn their place. That rules-based discipline matters more than people realize, especially during economic stress. Why not just buy VOO? This argument sounds logical on the surface. But it assumes everyone has the same goals, everyone wants maximum volatility, everyone can emotionally handle drawdowns. VOO is phenomenal. But VOO does not provide meaningful income, psychological comfort during downturns, cash flow without selling shares. SCHD solves a different problem. The smartest investors don't ask, which ETF is better? They ask, which ETF fits this role in my portfolio? SCHD during market crashes. Here's where SCHD quietly shines. During major downturns, SCHD historically falls less. Dividend income cushions volatility. Investors are less likely to panic sell. Cash flow changes behavior. When your portfolio is paying you every quarter, fear loses power. That's not something you see on performance charts, but it's very real. The real reason people quit SCHD. People don't quit SCHD because it's bad. They quit because they chase what's hot, they compare it unfairly, they lack a clear plan. SCHD exposes bad habits. It forces patience. It forces long-term thinking. It forces discipline. And that's uncomfortable for most investors. Who should actually own SCHD? SCHD makes sense if you value income, you want lower volatility, you plan to reinvest dividends, you want psychological stability. SCHD may not be ideal if you want fast capital appreciation, you're comfortable with extreme swings, you're chasing maximum returns at all costs. There is no universal ETF. Only appropriate ones. The truth about SCHD. Here's the truth most people miss. SCHD isn't broken. It isn't outdated. It isn't dead. It's just misunderstood. SCHD rewards patience over excitement, discipline over hype, long-term thinking over short-term performance, and in a world obsessed with speed, that makes it easy to dismiss. But history has a funny way of rewarding the boring investors. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button. Subscribe for long-form ETF investing breakdowns. And comment below, are you holding SCHD, avoiding it, or still deciding? I'll see you in the next one.